All right, guys, I know, big jump from April pitting to what is now the end of July. And as you can see behind me, the farm, it looks like late July. We've got our chickens that we're about ready to start harvesting actually here in the next 2 days or so. We've got our bucks all fat and freshening up to get ready for breeding season. Not to mention we still have a couple of shows on the docket, and it looks like linear appraisals are going to happen. For some of you, you might not know what linear appraisals is. And what it is I just have an appraiser come out from the American Dairy Goat Association. They come out, they look over my animals, they score them, and those scores go into helping me make really, really good and informed breeding decisions on my goats. The July garden this year is lush, a little wild, wilder still, but these actually are strawberry beds up along here. And this is their first year healing these in. So this time next year, I won't have problems with these weeds. Actually, I'm getting ready to, in the next couple of days, to rip all of these weeds out. And I'm gonna go ahead and start straw mulching to get it ready for fall and for winter, because even though this is the last couple days of July, the weather is due to get cold on us, probably sooner than I would really like to think about. But I'm out here looking. I've got some black tomatoes coming through, which actually those are from one of Marky's coworkers that realized we like to garden, so they sent us a bunch of seeds. So this wild part here is it's all seeds that we got as gifts, and they germinated well. This is one of the few beds I didn't get to today because, guys, in Indiana it's been super humid as usual for July, but it's also been extremely hot. Like, we've been getting up towards 100, if not over 100, and the feel-like temperature is even more so. We just got back from the Indiana State Fair. I didn't film a lick of that because it was my first time, and I did not want to show all of the stress and jitters for me, but we definitely plan to go back next year. So yeah, there are some new additions to our garden. You guys can see we've got some wonderful garden lights here. We've got a lot of things set up for, you know, hummingbirds to come through here. One of the little kitties is enjoying being a wild cat. This is my garden kitty. He is so sweet. And he's growing like a weed, but he loves to be out here in the garden with me. Don't ya? You like it?
Caught behind Venetian blinds, had to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since 99. Come on, girls! What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight.
Come on, girls!
It's time for me.
Come on, ladies!
Burn all bridges, all I know. I got lost.
What? You guys want some hay?
Fell between
You guys want some hay?
pulling stitches.
Yeah.
Time to let go. So come what may.
It is the very beginning of August. It is still feeling pretty summery out here, but today it's cooled down a little bit. I got my girls out here, and it's been a little bit, I don't know, it's been a while now since the donkeys have been gone. And while summer and spring and early fall tend to be a time of abundance in this area, I know that there will be scarcity in the fall time for our local wildlife. So I've decided that it is time to bring in some new livestock guardians, and they're going to be here in just a few hours. So I have to kind of get ready, and it's not a livestock guardian that we've ever had before. You guys ready to meet your new your guardians, or your guardians in training? Because they're not quite big enough yet. What do you think, Mighty? What do you think, Mighty? Oh, Margie, what do you think? Unimpressed? My barn's a wreck. But that's okay because we all know this is the season of fairs and harvests and shows and milk testing, and the conference is ramping up. It's been just a little bit hectic around here, and you can kind of tell by the, I know like I'm showing an area, it's like not that crazy, but like if we look over here, like just buckets are strewn everywhere. I've got where our market weathers for Joe's 4-H projects were. Trying to clean that out. Drop down in the comments below what you guys think we're getting for Guardians. I'm sure some of you probably already know. I've given you some hints, but drop that right now. And like I said, I am purely being driven because I know that while there's an abundance of wildlife out there right now to feed our native predators, which here in East Central Indiana, that's going to be like coyotes, bobcats. I've never seen a bobcat here. I've heard them while I've deer hunted in the area, but I've never seen them. Raccoons, fox, mink, possums, and skunks fall in that just briefly, and only because they will predate on poultry. They're opportunistic. They love eggs, and if they catch a chicken's not being very wary, they're not going to be opposed if they're very, very hungry to go ahead and snack on some chickens or some chicken eggs, all of which are both my food sources as well. And I don't want to share them. Short and sweet. Don't want to share my food sources, especially in a time like we're going through right now economically that just seems very uncertain, and there's just something that's just brewing in my heart that says to buckle down and get ready and be the ant and don't be the grasshopper. Prepare and get ready. And I don't know if that means canning food, if that means like in your heart and your mind and your soul, be ready. It's that overwhelming feeling that like something is on the horizon. But enough of the tinfoil hat. I need to get an area in here set up for our livestock guardians, because while I'm getting 2 of them, it's not always best to get 2 because these guys are young. Yes, they're both male, and they can go through periods where 2 can be kind of tough. But the whole reason that we're actually getting these is that these are customers that bought a couple, actually a buck off of me, not even a month or 2 ago. And they had mentioned that they were going to have these guys available soon. And they approached me and said, hey, do you want to trade one of your wethers or another buck for a pair of these? I said, yeah, I do, because I've been really dragging my feet ever since the donkeys left. And it's been, oh my goodness, that was like late March, early April, May, June, July, August, May, June. So it's been a while, guys. It's been a while. And I miss the, even though the donkeys were great for years, they were great until they weren't great and they had to leave. They're doing really well on their new farm. I get regular updates from them, but I do realize that it's time that I take that next step and get the appropriate guardianship that I need for my goats, because we're starting to do the shows where we're focused on productivity, which means there's more investment for my animals now than if I were just doing this more for just pleasure in a light hobby. It's becoming a passion for me, and I actually want to be known for my dairy goats, and I want to be known for good care. And I don't know if I could honestly say that I am taking really good care of them by leaving them unguarded. There are lots of really successful farms, by the way, that do not have livestock guardians, but I also realize that it's better to have them. I would rather have them and be thankful for them than something terrible happen, because I'm human and I forget, and sometimes things just don't go the way that I do. It doesn't matter if the barn door is closed, it's a weak door, we need to have it replaced. I would really rather something be here that can take care of those threats than them not be here and not have invested the time and training and just be heartbroken that I didn't take the appropriate steps to protect my livestock. Do you guys hear me talking about you? How awesome you are? I think they heard me talking, singing their praises, and they wanted to come in and say hello. So over here we've got Margie and Chicken Hawk. We got sweet little Pinky, who just walked. Oh my goodness, the whole crew is coming in. Mighty, Sunny, Rosie. Anybody else over there? Nope. These flies are so bad. Yeah, they've heard me talking in here. They're like, you got food, Mom? Mom, you have food? No. I'm sorry. But hang tight with me. I'm going to be getting this stall ready to receive our new guardians, because while they're guardians in training, and you should never just throw any type of new animal in with your existing herd, regardless of what species they are, guys, because you don't know how things are going to react to one another. Even though they're bred for this, there still could be adverse reactions. Even though they are young, they still have the ability to harm and hurt. So I am going to be preparing this stall because it butts up with my in-run. Also be creating another kennel in where I have my babies for this year. I still have all of my does that my keeper does that I'm growing out over in the kidding side of the barn. But I need these panels, so I need to hurry up and get this cleaned out. I need to hurry up and get this set up, and then I will come back to you guys when they're here. I'm super, super excited. It's overdue. It's long overdue. It's probably the easiest it's ever been to get ready for these guys. I'm super excited. Are you ready to meet your newest friends in the barn? You guys are settling in so good. Girls, are you ready to meet your knight in shining armor? They're here to protect you. Are you guys gonna be impressed? Okay, they're finally here, guys. It is time to reveal our livestock guardians, our livestock guardian dogs. Boys, can you give us your better sides? Yeah, boys. Hello. Hello. You guys, they just got a treat of a little bit of goat's milk. So they are so happy to have had it. Aren't you so pretty? And then this big fella, you're so big. Hi. Hi. This one is skittish. That one is not. Oh, you get a little bit of a fly bite? What's wrong, sir? Are you okay? You guys okay? Oh, they're so cute. They are Anatolian Shepherds. We have not decided on names yet, but Joe is thinking of some, and I have some in mind. Joe's will probably be able to a little bit more readable than mine. I like to go with kind of odd guardian names or odd, really strong foreign names. So, but they're just so pretty. That boy's so thick. So I know this has been a really long time coming, and a lot of you guys have been telling me that I needed to make this move for a really long time. And honestly, the donkeys kind of held me back from that. I know that donkeys tend to be pretty, territorial, and they don't like smaller animals, and bringing in 2 young puppies on top of it that might not they've been raised in with horses and goats and sheep and chickens, so while they have some manners, probably not as good a manners as their parents, who would have probably run interference for them while they were raising them up along other sides of livestock. So the donkeys kind of stopped me because I really didn't want to bring in an animal to set my donkeys up to fail and to set that animal up to fail or be maimed or killed. So when the donkeys kind of made their exit, as very emotional as I was about that, this has been a really long time coming, and I'm really excited to see these boys here. They're both males, and they are both 10 weeks old. I need to get them into the vet. They need to get some vaccines. We need to get them health checked and everything. But I'm really excited. So I've got them staged in this stall because it literally butts up to where all of my goats sleep at night. So it's going to give them some degree of protection from goats that might want to butt or, nip or anything like that. And it's going to give them a safe space, as well as the goats will have the ability to be separated from these guys. That guy is enjoying some donkey dew that's been left in here, so a very dried treat. And Django just came in to say hello. So while I will socialize these dogs to my indoor dogs, it will be as little as possible. Mostly because I want them to focus on the goats. I want them to have a bond with the goats. He wants to come and look. You're so cute. But I want them to have a bond with the goats. I want them to be socialized just enough with my dogs, the farm dogs, to know that they're okay. They belong here just like the livestock guardian dogs belong here. And there will be very little contact in that pen. This pen where the goats are at, where they're at, that will be their domain. So I've been giving strict instructions to pretty much everybody else that like, you're not to let those other dogs in the goat pen while I'm training them as much, unless we're all out there, just because I don't want them to be distracted from their initial reason for employment here, which is the goats, but I want them to know the indoor dogs just enough to where that's really not an issue when they're out there, but we'll see how that works. We're learning that they like to cool off their little paws. I'm not gonna get at you, brother, I promise. This one just loves to go just stand in the water bowl. Don't ya? I think he would really like to climb in. What do you think of them, babe?
Pretty cool.
You like them? They're puppies, but like he just said, he's like, they're puppies, but they're like not really puppies because they're so big. I mean, Django is on the other side of that fence, and these guys are already bigger than Django. Especially this brindled boy. He is just a little monster. He's just a little monster.